ladies, and welcome to my channel. At 55, I've been able to shrink my peri belly while still eating most of the foods that I love by simply making some smart food swaps and increasing my protein, honey. Because who says eating healthy means staying hungry? Well, in today's video, I'm out here in the wild running some errands, and I'm a little hungry, and we're going to go in here in the Dollar Tree to see if there's any fat loss finds. It is exactly times like this where we end up messing up on our fat loss journey or our healthy journey, because we leave the house and we know we got a lot to do today and we're not prepared. We don't have any snacks in our car. We don't have any snacks in our purse. But lucky for me, honey, I always travel with some snacks. So in today's ride, even though I know it's not going to be enough, I packed it. This little bitty piece of steak that I had left over from dinner last night. So good. It's gonna carry me for about an hour. And after that, I gotta have something else. So I saw this Dollar Tree and I said, let me just wheel right in there because I don't have any car snacks. All my car snacks are gone. To go into this Dollar Tree to see if they have any fat loss finds. You know, all Dollar Trees are not created equal. Some of them are ghetto with nothing but boxes, not even unpacked, while others seem to have everything that you need. And right beside this Dollar Tree, let me show you the devils that are right beside this Dollar Tree. Look at that devil right there. It's a Starbucks devil right beside the Dollar Tree. So because I'm hungry, I could easily go in there, and right there you see the other devil, a McDonald's. So if I didn't have my steak, I'm sure I would have went to McDonald's and got me some french fries and maybe went over to Starbucks and got me a sugary drink. But we are prepared today. We're going to go in this Dollar Tree and see if they got any fat loss finds. So come on, let's go. Ooh, look at these. Little pack of pistachios, always good. Let's look at the salt and sugars. Those look pretty good. So that's definitely a Dollar Tree find. I don't like that flavor, so I'm going to keep looking. Okay, I think I've hit the jackpot when it comes to the nut section. We have some pistachios over here, lots of different flavors. We have some honey roasted. This is chili roasted and salt and vinegar. They also have some other nuts over here. You also have some links. Now, these links may be pretty decent in protein, but I'm sure it's got a whole lot of salt and other ingredients. Let's look at this. Here's a Slim Jim pack. This may not be too bad. Protein 5 grams. The salt is 380. It's not the best, but hey, it'll carry you over, just while you get yourself home. The only thing that I'm probably going to get off of here is just a couple of cans of these Planters peanuts. They're fairly clean, just some oil, some peanuts, no extra sugars, maybe 1 gram, the protein 7 grams, carbs 5 grams. So this is definitely a good find. I'll probably grab a couple of cans of those for my car. Then we also have here, they have some David sunflower seeds. Let's see here. Kind of high in calories for a snack. Carbs are about 9. It's a good fat though, 13 grams of protein with very little to 0 to 1 gram of sugar. So this would be a pretty decent fat loss find to keep in the car, just to get you to the house, basically. It's better than going over to McDonald's. Oh, here's some plantain chips. This seems to be a good find. It's gluten-free, grain-free, peanut-free, vegan-friendly. This is a garlic flavor. It's within, I guess, yep, it hasn't expired. That's one of the best things you want to check. So if you're looking for a chip for a car snack, this may be very good to have in there. It's only 1 gram of sugar. It doesn't really have any protein, 17 grams of carbs, but I would consider still this is a pretty good fat loss snack. Like I said, we're only just trying to find something that's pretty healthy that we can eat on until we get home. Here are some other snacks, some sunflower kernels. And the ingredients on here, yeah, it's just pretty clean. Just basically the sunflower kernels, 7 carbs, 3 grams of fiber, 1 sugar, 5 grams of protein. That's definitely a fat loss find. So I would grab those and put them in the car. We have a lot of other items here that I know that, you may be thinking, oh, I'll just grab some of these, but definitely be sure and look on the back for the sodium and the fiber content. And look at all the extra ingredients on here. That is way too many ingredients just for this little bitty snack. We want to try and keep it to at least like 5 ingredients or less. But there are a lot of other nuts over here, some sunflower seeds. So definitely check out your local Dollar Tree. Ooh, this one, I love pecans here. Let's see. This one's definitely clean because the ingredients is just pecans. So we can take this and put it in the car. If you don't like peanuts, this is definitely a good fat loss find. This is going to be one of your healthier fats. So fat loss is not all about just high protein, but you can also have some healthy fats in there as well. Now, when you come over to this section, this looks like it's really healthy, right? Fruit and nut blend, energy blend, berry yogurt blend. But even if I take the one that's got the most nuts in it, let's look at the back. The sodium is, pretty decent. It's got good fiber. It's a lot of carbs, though. Probably the cranberries, the sticks that's in there. But that's definitely a really good nut blend. It's got a lot of other ingredients over here that I would definitely read. I would steer clear of that, or either, buy raw nuts and things and make your own little blends and have them in your car. Maybe a better option. You do have freeze-dried fruit over here. It says gluten-free, no preservatives, vegan friendly. And the ingredients is just simply apples. And there's no added sugar here. So even though it has 13 grams of sugar, that is the actual apple. So this is a good find. I may grab this and to keep in my car as well. Don't be afraid of carbs and natural sugars. Now, we don't want to overdo it with it, but hey, we're just trying not to eat across the street at McDonald's and Starbucks, right? Okay, over here at the chips, I know you want some chips, but this really ain't the way. Now, I know a lot of you probably thinking, I don't want to eat that, but out of all of these chips, this pork rind is probably the best because it has no carbs, no fiber, no sugar, but high in protein. And it's going to satisfy that crunch that you're craving. So I would consider this a great fat loss find. But the rest of this, probably not. The rest of this can stay. But they have a good variety. So comment below and let me know if you saw anything thus far that you're going to add to your car stash or in your purse as your fat loss snack. Okay, so this is the beef jerky section. I guess the rest of that stuff that I saw earlier was out of place. But what I would do if I was going to get any of this beef jerky is definitely look at the expiration date, look at the ingredients, the sodium. The protein on this one is 5 grams. I've actually, I think, seen this one in regular grocery stores. The ingredients are pretty simple. It has 9 grams of protein, 5 carbs, and 5 sugars. I guess the sugar is probably coming from the sauces and so forth. But hey, like I said, we're just trying to satisfy a quick hunger pain. And one of the subscribers from last week was really talking about, doesn't this prepackaged food have salt? Yeah, we live in America, so everything in a package has salt. Our job is just to try and eat those things that have the least amount of salt. And in order to do that, we have to be prepared by having things in our purse and in the car. And drink a lot of water. I know sometimes we've been trained to eat pretzels instead of eating chips, but pretzels pretty much can be just as bad as a chip. It just doesn't have any nutrients, no fiber, and really no protein in it. So if it were me, I would just stick to those plantain chips or get some pork rinds. But it's good to see that they have a lot of variety in this store here. They have some yuca chips. I've never really seen that before. The carbs still not much protein or anything in it. So yeah, all of this right here, I would consider it a total bust on this aisle. Just leave it on the shelf. Well, look at this. I would consider this a good find. Pop Daddy popcorn. It says it's made with pure avocado oil, nothing artificial, gluten-free, made in Michigan. This is a hot sauce brand and a jalapeno cheddar flavor. Now let's look at the back. We can read pretty much all the ingredients here. It's got some 4 grams of fiber. It's a little bit more carbs, than some of the other chips. But you know how popcorn is. Popcorn is still a good find, but getting this popcorn here is definitely better than coming over here getting the fiddle faddle. The fiddle faddle has 15 grams of sugar in it with no protein, whereas this one has 2 grams of protein and no sugars. I absolutely love these snacks here. Definitely going to get a couple of bags. They have the lentil. This one is a garden pea snack. I really like the baked red lentil with the tomato basil, because it has 10 grams of protein and 5 grams of fiber. It's a little bit higher in carbs than I like, but it doesn't have any sugar, and it is a bean chip, which is definitely more protein than the regular potato chip. So I'm going to get a couple of bags of these. I've never really tried the green pea snack, but I'm pretty sure it's just as good. So maybe I'll get one of each. This is a great fat loss find here, high in protein. I'm sure I'm going to get some comments of, why are you in there promoting Dollar Tree food? It's old, it's expired, it's bad for you. Well, I'm out here in the wild. My channel is not about bodybuilding and being perfect. It's about making progress, not perfection. So at 55 years old, I'm entitled to eat snacks. And eating snacks, I still lost belly fat. So for those of you who are the critics, then I say continue to do you. And I'm going to continue to do me. And everybody who wants to know what's in Dollar Tree, continue watching the video. Okay, candy lovers, we have the Russell Stover sugar-free candies. If you're looking for a candy, this is 5 grams of fiber, so you know you about to be poopity poop. It's got sugar alcohol, but it does have 5 grams of protein. So if you were looking for a candy snack to add to your snack basket in the car, I would definitely come in and read the ingredients on these a little bit more. I've had 1 or 2 of these in the past, and like I said, they really sent you to the bathroom. But anywho, they are available, sugar-free. Remember, we're trying to decrease our sugar, decrease our salt, increase our fiber, and increase our proteins. They do have this alkaline water that is made, or not made, but I guess packaged, or it's coming from a distillery in New York. So that may be a good find, but all this other stuff down here, we're just definitely going to leave it. Too much sugar. I just prefer regular water. Now, although I prefer regular water, I know that a lot of you don't. So this particular Dollar Tree has a lot of the zero sugar kind of packs that you can add to your water. And I don't think I've ever really seen that in other Dollar Trees that I've been to, but there's a lot here. This isn't necessarily something that you would keep in your car, but I do see that they have this very small little pack of organic coconut flour. This is definitely something that I would recommend that you try. Make sure that it's within expiration though, like we always do at the Dollar Tree. If you're new to, keto baking or want to bake some things at home with coconut flour, this is a great way to test it out to see if you like it. Now they do have all of these little cereal packs. I know you're probably thinking, well, I don't eat cereal in my car, but what I get is I get just a plain little Cheerio one like this, or either just a plain bag of Cheerios like this, because it is gluten free for those of us who are gluten intolerant, and it's 100% oats and just doesn't have a whole lot of other ingredients. And like I would take this and mix it with my peanuts in the bag and maybe some sunflower seeds, and then keep that in the car as a great little car snack. Of course, you always want to stay hydrated. Just keep you some little bottles of water, just plain water in the car. Because most times we think that we're hungry, we're really just thirsty. So water, water, water. This is not a fat loss find per se, but I always keep either a pack of spoons or a pack of forks in my car, just in case I have some tuna packs or something that I need to eat. Then there's no excuse. I can eat it because I do have my silverware. Speaking of tunas, these are the same kind of tunas that you'll find in your local grocery store. But some of these are really good. These have really helped me out in a pinch if I'm driving on a road trip and I don't feel like stopping anywhere. I can just get my spoon and eat a pack of this tuna. If carbs is low, the protein's high. Just make sure that the ingredients are something that you can actually read. Check the sodium, 340. That's like 15% of your daily allowance. That's not bad. So I cannot stress enough, all of these small little food swaps that you make add up. So don't think that, oh, I'm not making progress. It doesn't matter how long it takes because time is going to pass anyway. Just keep at it because at this age, it's a lifestyle instead of just a diet. I've never had sardines in the can. If you've had sardines in the can, then comment below and let me know if they're any good. Here are some chicken of the sea smoked oysters. I'm not a real big oyster fan, so I'm not really sure. But hey, it's good to see that they're in here, that they do have some options. So yeah, comment below and let me know what kind of things you may already have in your little car snack bag. Here we go. Here's some crispy onions. It says non-GMO, bold flavor. Your breath's gonna be stinking, but who cares, right? The sodium is very low. Carbs are 3, fiber nothing, no sugar, protein 1. Has just a few ingredients. So just be mindful of your of your sodium intake, and I think you'll be fine. So we can't all be at home being able to make every single thing. Like I said, we people's out here in the wild in America, so we're just trying to do the best that we can do. And some of these things, I think my car is going to be full of snacks for a while. If you are in a pinch really quick, this already pre-cooked rice, it says microwave for a minute, but what you could do is just pour in just a little bit of hot water and then mix that with some of that pack of tuna, and you have a whole little meal that's going to carry you for at least an hour. Now, I did have a recipe, and I'll post it right here, where I showed you how to make a really no-bake, high-protein cheesecake. And here they do have the zero sugar jellos. That would be a good alternative if you were looking for something really, really quick. I prefer the recipe that I have because it has less ingredients. But hey, if you want to try that recipe and instead of going with the actual cream cheese, then this is a great substitute right here. This is a pretty good find, as well as 100% fruit, because the ingredients just basically says there's apple and lemon juice.
Carbs are really just, and sugars are just coming from the apple itself. But that's a really good one to keep in the car, especially if you have kids. I know they're not on a fat loss journey, but if you want to add this to your snack pack for kids or grandkids, that would be a really good choice there. You know, we've seen better options, higher in protein, but they do have these little small, little cracker packs that, you know, could hold you over until you got home and to make a whole meal. Lots of different little flavors on that. Oh, they do have some sugar-free little cookies, but we don't really want cookies, but just know that there are some sugar-free options. Too many ingredients, but, but they are here. Well, it looks like we've reached the end of the food aisle, so if you found this video helpful, please consider giving it a like or a subscribe, or share it with your family and friends, or another woman who's on a fat loss journey, or just anybody who's looking to make better choices. So until next time, I thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.